Hey guys! I hope you're all doing okay. I know it's been a long day, but thanks for coming on your Saturday morning. I hate waking up on Saturday morning too, don't worry. So I'm just going to start now. Okay, so seeing everyone doing seemingly better than you all the time is hard. Because I'm only 16, but there's other 16-year-olds who are prodigies, who are winning Grammys, who are going to the Olympics. I'm only 16 and I only know 140 digits of pi, but there are other 16-year-olds who know 11,620. That's a Singapore record for digits of pi, by the way. Yeah, and now with social media, we are so exposed to everybody else's successes, and we have all of this information just available to us on our phones that it makes us question, what is our purpose? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't thought of these things before. I mean, why would you? We're already so preoccupied with school, and it can seem as if no matter how hard we try or what grade we get, it just is never enough. Now, it leaves you with the question, why am I here? What am I made for? What am I destined for? What is my purpose? Why does it look so easy to others, but it comes so hard for me? I know that we all have dreams, and we all have this feeling inside, like there's this potential inside us just waiting to jump out. So how do we maximize our potential in the time that we have left? So I'm an only child, a little bit background information. So I'm usually by myself a lot, and the only way I can socialize is with my parents. So story time. I had this memory from when I was 12. My dad and I came back from somewhere, I don't really remember where, and my mom sleeps really early, so she'd gone to sleep already. And my dad and I sat in our living room, and we talked till 2:36 in the morning, talking about life, space, and our existence. Now, why I remember this conversation so distinctly is because he asked me whether I thought the universe was infinite. Wow. I had never thought of that question before. Have you thought of that question before? I don't know. We talked more and we came to the consensus that it can't be infinite, because how do you have an unlimited amount of matter and resources? But there is proof of the universe expanding, so we decided that it must be just contracting, but over a long period of time. But then what would it be contracting into? I don't know. Well, later I found out that this was in sync with the unified field theory. Now, I could be completely off, and I probably am. I usually am. But the important thing is that my dad taught me to question, to want to find out more. The universe might not be infinite, but the amount of things that are waiting to be discovered and learned are. Now, this sounds like something someone would say right before they start preaching reading, which I will not do because I don't really like to read. But, as I got older, I realized that my reading level increased, and there were books, nonfiction books, with actual knowledge inside them. Wow. So anything you can ask a question about, anything you're wondering about, there is a book, an article, something explaining it, something with the answer you are looking for. Now, I did not want to read. I still do not. But I wanted to know more about myself and the world that I get to live in. I didn't have anyone to ask at home, so anytime I had a problem, I went to the book or the internet. I too questioned what my purpose was, what happiness was, and what my life should look like. Meaningful means, if possible, serve and help others. If not possible, then at least not to harm others. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. This is a quote from a book I coincidentally found on this journey I just talked about, and my entire world view shifted. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Dr. Wayne Dyer. Turns out he was right, because this book changed the way I think of the world. and my place in it. It's taught me that all humans are social animals, and we are made for caring and helping other people, because that is where true happiness comes from. I've learned that our purpose is to help others, because if all we do in our life is to help and care for our own selves, then our impact only lasts for the time that we are alive. But if we spend each day trying to do one thing to help somebody else, then our impact will last long, long after we're gone. As for maximizing your potential, no one is telling you that you need to understand everything in class, but just be curious. You're not here to understand everything. That would be impossible. Or to be the smartest person in the room. You are here to learn. That is the remedy to stop being bored in class and life. For example, I love math. Sorry. Not because I'm the smartest person in the room, but because there's just so much to learn about the world. Getting to experience life with a human brain is so special, because other animals barely know they're alive, and we know that we're living on a planet called Earth in a solar system revolving around a ball of fire. We can understand things no other species can. So it is imperative that we make the most out of it and absorb as much as we can in the one life we get. That brings me to my next and last point, sorry, I'm finishing up, about gratitude. There are 100 things to complain about, okay? And if you're always looking at the downside, all you will see is the downside. But there are also 1,001 things to be grateful for. Things that you take for granted could be something someone else wishes for. For example, I am grateful for the warm French toast that I got this morning. And I am grateful for all the support that I get from my Send Now teachers and my parents. And I'm grateful to have this platform to be able to stand here and talk to all of you, and for all of you to listen to my very long speech. Thank you.